This would be the time that the priest would be called up and he would state his registry. La Yashala. Like it, La Yashala. Imagine, which means to stand. Wapanyaha Kudam and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakufka, Taba'a, Batazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawab, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathana, Walacham, Kal Yawam, Wasalak, Nawa, Kabawap, Nawa, Kasalak, Nawa, Kabawap, Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'al, Nawa, Banasayawan, Abo, Hawashai, Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, wa Ta'aparat, La Awalamyam, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever, so be it. We're going to get Hakak, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh, Babu Kwasha, Nathanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Lava Pa'a, Ka Machala, Waka Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Amatazarayim, Hakak, Lahafuyam, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawa, Hatama'ala, Lagavashan, Ba'ashim Yahweh, the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'a, Ayanya, all Hoharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Aizorya, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hanan, La'a, Yanawam, La'a, Yashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh Tazalka, Al Yad Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarat, Balayala. Yahweh Yashamor Kalmakal Rai Yashamor Afna Pashka Yahweh Yashamor Tazaaka Wabawaaka Maita Wa'ad Awalam Aman. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew, Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Fakarash, wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Awayab Yaka, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Ya Arayamwa, Sawad, Wayata Ya Aitasava, Al Tisapawandika, Amora, Lakaba, Wanakakida, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha Allah, Aiwad, Kaya, Nawa Aitasava, Lab, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Baryat, Yakarathwa, Aholia, Alawan, Wayash. Ma'aliyam, Mawa'aba, Wahagorium, Gabor, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Palashat, Adin Shabya, Tazawur, Gama Ashawur, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zawawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aisha Laham, Kamadian, Kasayasa Ra'aka Yabian, Banachal Kwa Yashwan Nashamadwa Ba'ayanda Ara Hayawa Daman La Adama Shayathamwa Nadayamawa Ka'ira Wakazaaba Wakazabatu Katazalmanan Kal Nasadakamwa Ashar Amorwa Nayabasha Lanawa Afna Awat Alahayam Alahaya Shayathamwa Kagalgala Kakwash Lapanya Rakaka Ashta Ba'ira Ira Wakalahaba Talahat Hoyam Khan the Radatma Basa Iraka Wabasawa Papka Tabahalam Mala'a Panyaham Kolawan Waya Bakwashwa Shamka Yahawa Yabashwa Waya Bahara Aya Ai Waya Kaporwa Waya Abadwa Waya the Iowa Kaya Ata Shamka Yahawa Labadka Awa Yawan Al Kala Rataza Aman. In the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, the Baal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the book of Son, which perished at Endor, who became as dung for the earth. Make the nobles like Oreb and like Zered, yea, all their princes as the Ba and as the Muna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth for wood, and as the flames set up the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. Sar, which means to turn, and Shabim, which means to be seated. Well, yeah, no sweat, soldier, and shalom. Yahweh send thumb to the brothers. All right, so we're gonna go to Isaiah chapter 11. All right, we're gonna go Isaiah chapter 11. We're gonna start at verse 1, and we're gonna read in the Hebrew. All right, make sure y'all be very aware. Come to these Sabbath service classes. All right, this is where you learn your language, you learn the Hebrew, you learn the culture, you learn the Bible. You hear these scriptures that you may have not heard before, and you can take notes on them, so you can ask questions on how they're broken down in the scripture breakdown classes, or whoever your camp leader is. Like, you can learn so much through this Sabbath service, so don't forget to ask as many questions as possible. All right, or take as much notes as possible, and remember these scriptures that we're going through, so you can get your answers, your questions answered. All right. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 1 in the Hebrew. So, Wayataza'ah, Qatar, Magazai, Yeshaya, Wanatazar. It's like Wanatazar, Mayarash, Yawa, Yapara, verse 2. Wanacha, Al Yawa, Rarak, Yahweh, Rarak. It's like a Rakha. It's like a Al Yawa, Rakha, Yahweh, Rakha. Chakama, Wabayana, Rakha, Aitaza, Wagabara, Rakha, Da'ith, Yara'a, Yahweh, verse 3, Wahaya Kawa, Bayara'af, Yahweh, Wala'a, Lamara, Ayan Yawa, Yashaparat, Wala'a, Lama Shamai, as Azan Yawa, it's like Azan Yawa, Yawakat, verse 4, Wayashapat, but Tazadak, Dalayam, Wahawa Kayak, Bamasha Shawar, La'ain Waya, like a La'ana Waya, Raptiza, Wahaka, Raptiza, Bashabat, Payawa, Wabarak, it's like a Wabaraka, Shapaf Yawa, Yamyath, it's like a Yamayath Vashai, verse 5, Wahaya, Tazadak, as a war, Mathanyawa, Wahama Amawa. It's like a Waha Amawana Azawar Khalapazayua. Verse 6. Wagor Zaab Aim Kabash Wanamor Aim Gadia Gadia Yarabataza it's like a Yarabataza wa Igalal Wakapayor Amor Amarayaa Yakhadwa Wana Ire Quatan Nahag Bama. Verse 7. Wapara Wadab the Rayana Yakhadwa Yarabataza Tazawa Yalad Yahan wa Arya Arya wa it's like it wa Arya Kabakwar Ya Akal Saban. All right. And let's get verse 11. I mean Isaiah chapter 11 verse 1. And there shall come forth a rod, listen in the English, and there shall come forth a rod out of stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. Verse 2. And the spirit of the Most High shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Most High. Verse 3. And shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Most High. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. Verse 4. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. Verse 5. And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. Verse 6. The wolf, it's like the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf, and the young lion, and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. Verse 7. And the cow and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. All right, let's get verse 8 in the Hebrew. Uh, verse 8. What shall I shashai? Yawanak, Al, Khar, Pathan, Wa'al, Ma'awara. It's like a Ma'awarath. Uh, Tazapa Iwanya, Gamawal, Yadwa, Hada. Verse 9. La'a, Yariwa, Wala'a, Yashak. It's like a Yathwa. It's like Yashakha, the Yashakhayathwa. Bakal, Har, Kardashia, Kaya, Mala'a, Rapza, Da'ai, Ath, Yahweh. Kamayam, Layam, Makasium. Verse 10. Wahaya, Bayawam, Hawa, Sharash. It's like Sharash, Yeshaya, Ashor, Aimad, Lanas, Amyam, all you were, Gawayam, Yadarashwa, Harayatha, Manachafwa, Kabawad. Verse 11. Wahaya Bayawam Hawa'a Yarawasasyap Adanya Shanayath Yadwa Laquanwath Ath Sha'ar Aimwa Ashor Yasha'ar Ma Awashor. It's like a Ma Ashawar. Wama Taza, it's like a Wama Matazarayam. Wama Matazarayam. Wama Path, it's like a Wama Pathawas. Wama Kawash. Wama Ayalam. Wama Ayalam. Wama Shanir. Wama Hamath. Wama Ayah. Hayam. Verse 12. Wana Sha'a Nash Lagoyam. Wa'ap. Nakhad. It's like a Nadakia Yasha'ala. Wapan Tazawath. Yahawada. it's like a ya kwa bataza ma arabai. It's like a ma arabai kanatwa ha arataza. Verse 13. Wasara quanaas aporium. It's like it aparayim. What tazaria yahawada yakarathwa aparayim la'a yakwana af Yahawada what Yahawada la'a yatazar af aparayim. Verse 14. Wa aikwa bakathap palashafyam shema it's like a yakadwa yabazwa ath banya kodash adawam it's like a adawam wama wama waaba mashalak yadam wabanya Imawan, Imawan, Mashamaithma. We're gonna go all the way down to verse 16. So verse 15, uh, what Wakharyam, Yahweh Af, Shawan Yam, Matazarayam, Wahanayap, Yadwa Aul, Hanaar, it's like a Hanahar, Ba'ayam, Rakhawa, Waraka, Lashabaya, Nakhal, Nakhalyam, Wahadaryaka, Bana'alyam. Verse 16. Wayahayata, Basala, Sha'ar, Aimwa, Ashar, Shayar, Ma'ashabur, Ka Ashar, Hayatha, La Yasha'ala, Bayawam, Ailathwa, Ma'arataza, Matazariah. In the English, starting from verse 8. And the suckling child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den. Verse 9. Then shall not, it's like it, they shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of knowledge of the Most High, as the waters cover the sea. Verse 10. In that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and its rest shall be glorious. Verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Most High shall set his hand, it's like that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. Verse 12. And he shall set up ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Verse 13. That envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. Verse 14. But they fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines towards the west. They shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them. Verse 15. And the Most High shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite in the seven streams, and make men go over dry shod. Verse 16. And there shall be an highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like as it was to Israel in the day that he came up out of the land of Egypt. Most High in Christ. All right, let's get Isaiah chapter 12, starting from verse 1. Isaiah chapter 12, verse 1. Wa amarat by Yawam ha'awa'ah, our awadka, Yahweh kaya, an apath, by Ya, Yashab, apak, whether Hamanya. Verse 2. Hana al, Yeshua Ifya, abatak, wala'ah, abachad, kaya, Isaiah, Mayarath, Yahweh, Yahya Laya, Yashawai, like Layashawai. Verse 3. Abath, Abatham, Mayam, Ba Shishawan, Mama Ayan, Wayashai, Wayash, Way, Yeshawai. Verse 4. Wa Amarath, wa Amarathma, Bayawam Hawa'ah, Hawadwa, La Yahwa, Kora'awa, Bashamwa, Awayad, it's like a uh, Hawad Ya'ai, it's like a Hawayaiwa, Ba'anyam, it's like a Ila Yalaf Yawa, Hazakar, it's like a Hazakayawa, Kaya, Nashagab, Shamwa, verse 5. Zamar wa Yahweh Kaya, Ga'arat, Aisha, Maya Idath, it's like Maya Daith, Mama Wadaith, Za'ath, Bakal, Arapza, verse 6. Tazaholya, Waranya, it's like it, Waranya, Yawa Shabbat, Tazayawan Kaya, Gadawal, Bakarabak, Quadawash, Yashala. All right, in the English, Isaiah chapter 12, verse 1. And in that day thou shalt say, O Lord, I will praise thee, though thou waste, it's like though thou waste angry with me, thine anger is turned away, and thou comfortest me. Verse 2, behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For the Lord, for the most high power is my strength and my song. He also is become my salvation. Verse 3, therefore with joy shall ye draw water out of the wells of salvation. And in that day shall ye say, praise the Most High, call upon his name, declare his doings among the people, make mention that his name is exalted. Verse 5, sing unto the Most High, for he hath done excellent things. This is none in all the earth. This is known in all the earth. Verse 6, cry out and shout, thou inhabitant of Zion, for great is the Holy One of Israel in the midst of thee. Let's get Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Masha'ah, Babal, Ashar, Chazah, Yasha'ah Yahweh, Ban, Amawatazah. Yeah, Amawatazah. Verse 2, Al, Har, Nashapa, Sha'ara, Nas, Harayamwa, Karal, it's like a Karal, Laham, Hanayatwa, Yad, Waya'awa, Pasakia, Nadayabyam. Verse 3, Anya, Tazawayafya, Lama Kwadashya, Gam, Kwaraafya, Gaba, it's like it, Gabawarya, Laapya, it's like Yazazya, Da'awafya. Verse 4, Koral, Hamawan, Bahoyam, Damawath, Aim, Rab, Koral, Sha'awan, Malakawath, Gawayam, Na'ap, it's like Na'asapyam, Yahweh, Tazaba'awath, Mapakwad, Tazaba'a, Malachama. Verse 5, Ba'ayam, Ma'arataza, Marakwat, Makwataza, it's like Taza, Makwataza, Hashamyam, Yahweh Wakalya, Za'aimwa, Lachabal, Kal Ha'arataza. Verse 6, Hallelujah Yahweh, Kaya, Karab, Yaram, Yahweh, Kashad, Mashabya, Yabawa'ah. Verse 7, Al, Khan, Kal, Yabyam, Payana, Wakal, Labab, and Anash, Yamas. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1 in the English. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Verse 2, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake their hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. Verse 3, I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. Verse 4, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, and a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. And the Most High of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. Verse 5, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, and the Most High in the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Verse 6, Howl ye, for the day of the Most High is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Verse 7, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Verse 8, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travelleth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Starting at verse 8, so like I meant to stop at verse 7, but verse 8 in the Hebrew. One of Bahalwa, Tazarayim, Wachaboyim, Ya'ak Zawan, Kaya Walada, Yachad Lawan, it's like it, Khayalawan, Ayan, it's like Ayash, all Ra'ayawa, Yathawa, it's like Yathamhawa, Panya, Lahabyam, Punyahum. Verse 9, Hana Yawam, Yahweh Ba'a, Akazaria, Ya Ibar, it's like it, Ya Ibara, Wakarawan, it's like a Wakarawan, La Sharam, yeah, La Sharam, Ha'arataza, La Shama, Wakataya, Yeshamayad, Mamamana. Verse 10, Kaya, Kawakabya, it's like it, Hashamyam, Wakaya, it's like it, Wakasaya, Yalasayaham, La'a, Yahalwa, Awamar, it's like Awaram, Kashak, Hashamash, but Bataza'awa, Wayaraka, La'a, Hagayaha, Awarwa. Verse 11, Wapakodathya, Al, the ball, Ra'al, Rasha'ayim, Iwanima, Wahashabathya, Ga'awan, Zadium, Waga'arath, Ira Yatazayam, Ashapayal. Verse 12, Wakarayar, it's like Awakoyar, Anawash, Mapaz, Adam, Makatham, Awapayor. Verse 13, Al Khan, Shamyam, Shamyam, Avgarayaz, what the Rai, Arapiza, Mabakarama, Ba Irab, Ba Ibarath, Yahweh, Tazaba'arath, Rabbi Yaram, Korawan, Atwa. Verse 14, Wahaya, Katazabya, Madak, Wakatazaan, Wa'ayan, Kwabataza, Ayash, Al Anwa, Yapunwa, Wa'ayash, Al Ratazawa, Yanawaswa. All right. Starting from verse 8, and they shall be afraid. In English, Isaiah 13, verse 8, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travelleth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Verse 9, behold, the day of the Most High cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the starters of heaven, it's like it for the starters, not starters, for the stars of heaven, and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Verse 11, I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Verse 12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Verse 13, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Most High of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. Verse 14, and it shall be as the chaste roe, and as a sheep that no more, chaste roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. All right. I believe that should be it. Just bear with me. Do I finish it out right here? I'm gonna finish it out. All right, I'm gonna finish out Isaiah chapter 13, starting at verse 15. Call, Hana Wataza'a, Yada Recall, Hana Sapa, Yapawal, Bakara, verse 16, Wa Ala Yahan, Yavatashwa, La Ayan Yaham, Yashashwa, Bata Yaham, like Bath Yaham, Monash Yaham, Dashagalana, Dasha Kanabana, verse 17, Hanaya, Ma'ayar, Al Yaham, Madya, Ashar, it's like a Kasap, La'a, Ya Khashab, Wazahab, La'a, it's like a Hazahab, Akaya, um, Ya, Yakhapatazawa, Bawa, verse 18, what Kashathwath, Na'arium, the Shana, Wapoya, Batan Na'a, Yarachamwa, Al, Banyam Na'a, Bachawash, Ayanma, verse 19, Wahayatha, Babal, Taza, Tazabaya, Mamolakawath, Arath, the Awan, Kashadium, Kamashapak, like Mahapakath, um, Ahayim, Ath, Sad, Sadma, Wa'ath, Amara. Verse 20, La'ah, the Shab, Lana Tazrak, Wala'ah, the Shakan, Aid, the war, it's like the war, Wad the war, Wala'ah, Yahal, Sham, Arabia, Warayim, La'ah, Yara, Yara Batazawa, Sham. Oh, the tongue twister. Verse 21. Yara Batazawa, Sham, Tazayam, Wamala'awa, uh, Batayaham, Akyam. It's like Akyam. Wa Shakanwa, Sham, Banawath, Ya'aina, wa Shayayam, Yarakwadwa, Sham, verse 22. Wa Aina, Ayam, Ba Alamanwath, Yawa, Wathanyam, wa Hakalaya, Ainag, wa Kararab, Laba'a, Aitha, Wayam Yaha, La'a, Yamashakwa. All right, let's finish it out, starting from verse 15. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Verse 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver. As for gold, they shall not delight in it. Verse 18. Their bows shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Verse 19. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, it's like the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Verse 20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generations to generations. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. Verse 21. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and hours shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. Verse 22. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in the desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. All right. All right. With that, I say imagine, which means to stand. That's us up here. La Yashala. Imagine, which means to stand. We'll put Hakudam and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kwadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakufka, Daba'a, Batazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazakawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Natanana, Walacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawakinawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawakinawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'anawa, Banasayawan, Abo, Hawashinawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wata, Prawa, La, Awalamyam, Aman. In the English, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever, so be it. Let's get Hakak, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahawashi, Babakwasha, Nathana, Hakak, Hakak, Lavapa'ah, Kamakala, Wakamarawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamadazarayim, Hakak, Lahapiyim, Hamathium, Hakak, Al Wakawa, Hatama Allah Gavarashan, Ba'ashim Yahawashi, the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahawashi, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahawashi, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'a, Ayanya, All Haharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'an, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa Rataza, Al Yatan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, La'a, the Yashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarat, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamorka, Makal Rai, Yashamor, Alf Napaska, Yahweh, Yashamor, Tazaafka, Wabawa'aka, Maida, Wa'ai, Awalam, Aman. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, al damayalaka, al takharash, wa al tashakwat, al kayahana, al yabyaka, yahamaya one, wa ash, al aimaka, ya arayabwa, sawad, wa yata ya aitazawa, Altus of Pawandika, Amorwa, Lakawa, Wanakakida, Magoya, Wala Yasakor, Shamyasha ala Ivad, Kaya Nawa Aitazawa, Lab Yakhadwa Auyika, Boyat, Yakaratwa, Ahoya, Adawam, Mayashama Aliya, Mawa Ababa, Hagoyam, Gabor, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Balashat, Am Yashabya, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam Hayawa, Zavawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aishala, Ham Kamadian, Kasayasa Ra'a Kayabyan, Manakal, Yashwan, Nashamanwa Bayanda Ora Hayawa Daman La Adama Shayatamwa Nadiyamawa Ka Irab Wakaza Abba Wakaza Bak Wakaza Zalmanai Call Nasaya Kamwa Ashar Amarwa Nayavasha La Nawa Afna Awa Alahayim Alahaya Shayatamwa Kagalgala Kakwash La Panya Vaka Kaash Taba Ira Ira Wakala Habat Alahat Haryam Khan Taradakma Basa Iraka Wabasawa Papka Tabahanan Mala'a Panyaham Kalawan Waya Bakwash Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Waya Bahawa, Ay, Waya Kapora, Waya Abadwa, Waya Da'awa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Call, or Rapiza, Aman. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a red, and like Zeed, yea, all their princes as Zabah, and as the Munah, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burning for wood, and as the flames set up the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. Let's get the prayer of the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living, Yahweh. In the name Yahweh Shah, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and the drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek, synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Pazakamatazi, the gay movement, the les movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth, and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shah, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers, and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it's the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always, so be it. Saw, which means to turn. Yeshavian for the sisters. The sisters can now be seated. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courage salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Brakatha, Yanamata, Sar, which means turn to the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courage salute to, Amadim for the sisters. The sisters can now stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courage salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Alathan, Ba'ashim Yahushua. Yanamata. With that, class dismissed.